Welcome to another video from Gradelink websites. In this video, we'll go through the process of how to replace buttons that you may want to align in a straight row. Regular button modules with a button grid module, which will allow you to have more control over how the buttons display. So currently, what we have here is when you see bright green, that is a global module. Meaning if you duplicate a global module, that means anything you change in a bright green module like this is going to change in any other global module that's associated with the original. So what you want to do is, if you want to make edits without affecting a duplicate, you can click Add Module to Library and Button, and click Save to Library, and you'll see if you save a global module to the library and then click on the plus button, click Add from Library, and there it is as a non-global module. So now you have more freedom to edit. Now this is already a pixel button grid. So pixel button grids, the beauty of them is they can contain several buttons. So instead of duplicating the entire module in order to get another button, you can actually edit the pixel button grid and then duplicate a button here. So you can see now I have a third button. And I'm going to call this one Register Now. And this is the admin label. So in order to register, change the button to say it, I have to go into button settings and change the button text. And you can see now, because the Register Now button is a bit smaller, it will actually show up in alignment. So now I simply have to change the link. So I'm going to copy the link from this button that was previously existing for Register Now, which is a link out to a Pay Simple registration page. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. I can actually save a backup copy. We'll call it Register Now V1 and save to the library, just so we have a backup in case we ever need a Register Now button like that again. That's individual and not part of a Divi Pixel button grid. And now I can go back into the button grid by clicking on the settings icon for this. Click on the settings icon for the Register Now button and click on button settings, and I'm going to change the button link to link out to that Register Now page. One thing I want to double check is that it opens in a new window. Then I can click on the green check mark to save changes, and then click on the save, or do Command S on a Mac or Control S on a PC in order to save the changes to this page. Then I can exit Visual Builder. Now I can see I have a row of 3 buttons. The only exception to this is if you shrink your screen size down too far, then it will actually drop this button to the next row. Or if you have a really small screen. But you could see this Register Now button works just fine. And on this 14-inch screen that we're looking at right now, the Register Now button appears in alignment with the other 2 buttons. If you're having trouble on a smaller screen with this, you might consider resizing the buttons a little bit, maybe having a little bit less padding or something like that. And that way it'll show in a row like this, even on a smaller screen. That's all there is to it. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to Gradelink website support.